All right, we're good. Welcome back, guys. All right, so today we got One Piece, and we have Welcome to Demon School. Just making sure my setup's all right. All right, how's everyone doing today? I managed somehow not to get spoiled, even though this came out like a whole day later than I was expecting. Just trying to copy the link. Gonna send that out. I will get the link for the chapter ready, and then we'll get right into it. All right. Now it's got to pull up on the Discord, get the chapter. Yet again, of course, we're going to be using TCB scans for the One Piece chapter today. And then for Iramakun later, we will be doing manga decks. Gotta close this project I was working on. So my computer doesn't lag. I'm also obviously in a new setup, so forgive the internet delay if there is going to be some. All right. Let's get this set up and going. Oh, hold up. There we go. Perfect. Chapter, screen, bang. Awesome. All right. We're ready. Let me just fix my camera, my monitor. There we go. All right. Okay, folks. We are back with 1078 of One Piece greatness. Hopefully, we're probably not going to get Shanks this chapter either. My best guess is that we're hopefully going to clear up the plot line with the traitor. I really want that to be Fanato. I've already said in the last review that I'm kind of already over the whole traitor line idea, so I kind of just want it to be whoever at this point. If it's a new character, okay. If it's the Gorosei, okay. If it's a new Vegapunk, okay. If it's Skynet situation, okay. All right. I'd be okay with that. But, we'll see. We shall see. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. All right, let's get into it. So we have first page in TCB scans. We have chapter 1078 cover page, Escape Limit. So I want to say, like, because of that title, we're going to be escaping this chapter, or at least beginning to escape, hopefully. But last chapter's title didn't really lead up to much, so not really reliable there. So we have Germa 66, Cold Blood Voyage, Volume 33, and so, ... Neo Mads was forged. So just like in the Straw Hat cover story with Ideo, and Blue Gilly, they have a new celebration has been formed, or like the Fire Tank Pirates cover story where they had like a bigger crew now because Lolo joined. So Caesar and Judge, out of their sheer animosity towards Vegapunk, they said, you know what? Let's go after his ass. Well, at least they're working together. So Neo Mads. Now, are they gonna go get Queen? Are they gonna go get other new members? Are they gonna go get Buckingham with Marco? Maybe. We'll see where this diverges. So again, we have So we have Reiju and Ichiji both were like, oh, these idiots. Like, they were just fighting 2 minutes ago, and now they're friends. Okay. All right. Interesting. And then for everyone who's here again, the plan is to do this chapter of One Piece, and then hopefully we can get through the 4 chapters of Welcome to Demon School after this. So stick around if you're waiting for that. Without further ado, One Piece. So first page, we have Lab Interior Egghead, the Island of the Future. We have Sentomaru, Uncle Kizaru is coming here. Oh, okay, so it's official. Kizaru is going to be on the move soon. Good. Who's on the other line? Question mark. That's what the narrator bubble says. Second floor, building B, so where Sanji's original group was, but where he left from. So we have Stussy. That's right. CP0 was meant to wait for his arrival after eliminating the doctor. Oh, wait. So Stussy's talking to Sentomaru. Oh. CP0 was meant to wait for his arrival after eliminating the doctor. The government's pulling out all the stops. Ooh, wait, actually, if he's on the move, chat, that actually means that not Gandhi, Saturn, Dreadlocks is going to be on the move or safe, I guess. We'll have to wait and see if he's here already. The government's pulling out all the stops, huh? Indeed, I think they consider this incident to be far more severe than Ohra. I mean, there's 100 chips this time, so yeah. For one, the doctor not only continued his scholars' forbidden research, he has taken it much further. Right, they did say chapter or two ago he was researching poneglyphs here, and I'm sure he has other ancient knowledge as well. Then Sentomaru with a sweat bead. Second, unlike Ohara, Egghead Island actually has formidable combative and defensive capabilities. Yeah, I mean it's their laboratory. They were pumping out all their gear. So if it turns traitor, that's a problem. Then Sentomaru on the next page then says, when you put it like that, it's no surprise that they're coming full barrel for Egghead. Yeah. Call me if there's anything that develops. So okay, so Jinbei and Stussy are using the hover boots. So these hover boots aren't like that pivotal as I thought they were going to be in this arc. A lot of people thought like, oh, this is going to be like new tech that it's going to be like very imperative for the Straw Hats. I mean, they're using it, but it's like been offshooted, not that impressive, but okay. If anything, I don't know. Like, are the German hover boots kind of better? Hmm. Anyway, so we have those two are now gliding through Building B. All the other transponders are on the Lavo Stratum have been taken out. Factory B, Fabrio Stratum, so we're transitioning back to where Sensomaru is. You heard the lady. The Navy's going to try everything and repeat history. So learn from it. You can't afford to hesitate. So Sentomaru really is trying to be a good person here and be like, all of you, get out of here. This is no time to be a hero and stand around. You need to leave. Prepare the ships. We need to get off this island as soon as possible, quickly before the Marine show. Listen to Sentomaru-san. There's no hope for us to stay here. So we have the entire civil people. I don't know, the egghead people. So we have a guy with a shirt that says, I think that's a 6 Yokoki? I don't know. Is that a Japanese thing? Anyone in the comment section, if I don't understand something on one of these t-shirts, please go right ahead. Explain what's going on with their t-shirt. So we have a lady in the front that has, I think, BD. I can't read that other letter. Behind her is another female, but she kind of actually reminds me of one of those toys from Dressrosa with Dofi and Sugar. We have like a vending machine behind them. We have a guy in a hood. Actually, maybe that might be Edison, the traitor. We have another guy behind him. We just have a straight up wind up robot behind everyone. That actually, I kind of like the design, but we have a guy with like a Geordie LaFord visor and like kind of like a sharp mellow mohawk. We have another dude right next to them with kind of like an antenna thing. And yeah, just a bunch of other people. Okay, so the civilians are going to be evacuating because they realize Ohara got burned to the ground. And now that they're treating this situation much worse, yeah, they have to leave. They have to leave. especially if there's 100 ships. Like, so let's see. We have Frankie. Ah, damn it, Brat. So Frankie's still up. So he's not taken out of the fight just yet, but I mean, most of his, like 2/3 of his body, like only like his left arm and like left upper torso really is like fine. Everything else is just like frozen. And he's like, god damn it, Brat. What do you think you're doing to me? So okay, even if my right side's frozen solid, my left side packs a punch, but your legs don't move, my dude. Your legs don't move. So then we have, if you repent, I'll let you off easy, Frankie. Oh my god, that is the dialogue of someone who's been defeated. That is the dialogue of someone who has just lost the fight. I just got a text from someone. Let me see. Okay. All right. So we have Boa, who clearly doesn't care. S Snake. And then we have, oh yeah, right. Pythagoras, like I said last time, he's probably not taken out just yet, but Pythagoras is there. Why, S Snake? Who ordered you to do this? With a tear in his eye. Oh no, Pythagoras, he's gonna get stomped on. And then Frankie, crush. Ugh, Pythagoras. And then an explosion happens. Was that from her? Probably not. Also, thank God, Oda, you did not show the up angle of S Snake. Please don't let the fiends out. Don't do it. It's like letting the nine-tailed fox out from part one. It's like don't unleash the cage, Oda. Don't do it. So an explosion happens. I'm gonna be real. Ezen's probably fine. As much as I'm all for killing off like the Vegapunks, I don't see them all dying. I would love them. Sure, why not? Do it. Like, but we saw last arc. If we can't kill the scabbards, if we can't kill the scabbards, there's probably a low chance that all of them are dying, like the Vegapunks. So we have an explosion, Frankie, and then Boa. Wait, I said wait. So Frankie's probably like trying to do a Gohan Cell moment. You bastard! I won't let you hurt any. Like if he goes Super Saiyan 2, all right, Frankie, let's see what you got. But that's probably going to end in his defeat. So something happens there. So transition forward to the next page. Second floor, building A. So this is Robin's group. Okay, so I was wondering what happened with Atlas last chapter. So we have Chopper, Atlas, and Robin. All those screams and explosions. I hope everyone's all right. And then we have Robin. I tried checking it. It seems the Seraphins are running amok. You've mistaken. That doesn't make sense at all, Atlas replies. And then Robin once more. One thing's for sure. When Nami screams, I'm certain someone will... it's like the bat signal, but instead of, a cool bat-like hero, it's just Sanji being a simp over there. When a lady screams, I guarantee you, Simp Man will be there to save the day. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I don't want to get caught. You know what? I shouldn't sing his full verse, even though everyone knows the song of Superman, but that's probably going to get copyright struck, so let me not sing the entire song. One thing's for sure, when Nami does scream, I'm certain someone will always dash to her side in an instant. Phew, says Atlas. We should focus. I bet everyone's pinned down. Robin, since they're all fighting, what if something happens to Vegapunk's main body while they are all distracted? And then Chopper, that's a good point. Okay. Atlas then replies with, that reminds me, there is a room that has been sealed off for a while. I wrote off since the place isn't very useful to us anymore. So the old Delphi Research Lab has been closed for a while. I wonder why. But maybe we should go check it out. Lead us the way. So just probably maybe like actual Shaka, because we don't know what Shaka got in his head to make him be like, oh, he's probably in the research lab. Let me go down there. The same kind of this intuition with Atlas and the Vegapunks have, like, oh, they're probably there. All right, so they're gonna go now. Hopefully, maybe rescue Vegapunk and Shaka. We'll see. Third floor, building A. So above Nico, Robin, and Chopper, as they're making their way down, above them we have the continued fight of Nami, Brook, and Edison. So we have Nami saying, Edison, please hang in there. So is he dead? Probably not. And then Brook, well, wait. Is this like a... is this supposed to be like, oh, he's going back and forth, like he's tilting his head, like some manga, and even Oda does this. When characters like move around a lot, they kind of create this after image of them like turning their bodies or whatever. Because right now I'm seeing two Brooks. I'm seeing two like spirit Brooks. That can't be right. I mean, if Brook can make Shadow, if he can make soul clones, that would be cool. That would be cool. But that's probably him just like, oh, being all worried, like, oh no, Edison, are you gonna be okay? I don't think he made a full-on clone. If he did, pretty cool. Okay, so we have Brooke then saying, I'm off to scout for Vegapunk. Wait, Sanji, look out. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now with that text bubble makes it, yeah, for sure. Like he's like talking to Nami, and he's like, oh, Sanji, look out. It's like, okay, all right. I was like, oh, Brooke has a new ability? Finally. It's like, but no. He got like one new ability in Wano country, and that was like his ability for the soul to pass through someone and it freezes, which is a really good ability. I don't see why he wouldn't use that in the future outside plot. So we have S Shark punches Sanji in the face, and then Sanji, like he's like he's Omni-Man. Pathetic. Like nothing. Okay, so when Germa mode's on, so that probably then means the exoskeleton is activated. Like this is like almost dead ass confirmed now. When he's in, as we're gonna call it, Germa mode. When he's in Germa mode, his exoskeleton is activated, and now someone like S Shark cannot hurt him. I assume he's using some kind of fisherman karate, maybe. So I don't know. You know what? I shouldn't presume. Let's wait and see what, because we don't really know how S Shark really works with his fisherman karate. But anyway, so Sanji eats it. He's a little scuffed in the face, but overall, he's like, pathetic. You had enough, kid. You done? Because I'm going to throw my punch now. So let's see what he says. So don't act so surprised. This is the undying power of love. Is that what he's going to quote unquote call his Germa mode? So whenever he uses his Germa mode, he's going to call it his undying power of love or protection. All right, fair enough. So we have the fourth lab, A. Above them, at the tippy top, we have Zoro and Luffy, and Zoro's huffing and puffing. Damn those flames. And then Luffy, why aren't their backs going out? Interesting. So unless okay, I'm gonna be real with you. It looks like S Bear and like S Hawk are like the best. They are the best out of all of them because Luffy and Zoro are kind of huffing and puffing. That's kind of crazy. I know people are going to run with this. They're going to run with this. You give them an inch, they take a mile. So they're like, damn, their flames haven't gone out. Luffy says, you know what? Forget that. Where the heck did the Hawkeye looking guy go? Oh, Hawkeye. Wait, have they just been fighting the Kuma one? Really? Where did he go? Also, Luffy, you have Rio. Does Rio like not? I don't know if he has. I don't know if he hasn't, but we've said this multiple times in our stream, which, by the way, go check out King of Lightning's Discord and his Twitch, where we will be doing a roundtable discussion after this chapter when he reacts to it, probably tomorrow. Before that, of course, hit the sub button, like the video, all that stuff. For my channel, greatly appreciate it. But we've talked about this multiple times. I brought it up on my channel. I brought it up in the roundtable. Other people have too in other channels and discussions. Oda has a problem with hockey usage afterwards. He has this, he likes to use hockey when it's convenient for him in the story. And it's like, Luffy, if you're having a hard time hurting them on the outside, why don't you use, Rio? As far as we know, he hasn't bust out any Conquerors hockey like coding this arc. So I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, really? Like, Luffy, if you're having that hard of a time, why don't, you use some of your cool techniques? And again, observation hockey is literally at a tip of a hat when Oda finds it convenient. So I don't know. That's just another continuous issue I'm seeing with hockey in the story. It's just like, It doesn't get flushed out that much, and when it does, it doesn't really answer everything that we have when it comes to how hockey's really used or what is it. And then when people have a certain hockey, it's like, oh, for the story convenience, they can't use it at their full capacity because it would ruin the moment. Which again, another example would be Big Mom. She clearly has coding. I don't understand why she didn't use it at all during Long Kid's fight or on the rooftop. Oh, but for page one for theatrics, knocks him out. It's like, okay, why didn't you? Anyway, sorry, I don't want to go on a tangent. I could go on a hockey tangent all day. Luffy, forget that. Where the heck did the Hawkeye looking guy go? He must have ran off, Zoro says. And then Lucci and Kaku, odds are he reprioritized. There we go. He reprioritized the order of his target. He must be focusing on the herd. The herd? Oh, I'm sorry. He must be focusing on thinning the herd. Dyslexic moment right there. He could be focusing on thinning the herd, saving the toughest for last. So he wants to go after probably Shaka and the Vegapunks. Okay. Okay. Then we have Lucci, eliminating your weaker friends. You would rattle your strong fighters and handicap them. So Lucci speaking from experience, fair enough. And then obviously Luffy and Zoro. And then Zoro, I will chase him down. Okay, Zoro. All right. And then Luffy, Zoro. And then Luffy, quick, go and help him, Usopp. Oh, we're bringing back this joke. Oh my god. Before he gets lost. Fair enough. You know what? Because I was about to say, like, I know, again, people are going to mainly, I think, wank the Kuma and Mihawk one to high heaven. It was mostly because, oh, he's going to get lost. He's going to get lost. Not that, oh, Zoro needs you to help beat this guy. But again, like I said last chapter, and with this chapter too, the more and more they stay up, but until I see Gear 5, but the more and more they stay up, the argument for them being first division commander, okay. At least these two, okay. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Jinbei and Boa, we'll see. Jinbei right now looking like he might be a second division commander. I'm gonna be real with you. So quick, go Usopp before he gets lost. And then Kaku, man, what is wrong with you? And then he says, slow down, Roronoa, I'm catching up. And then Luffy, gum. What? Wait, who are you calling me Usopp? And it's okay, a little funny moment right there. So what's Luffy going to do on the next page? Let's see. Ooh, Hawk Gatling. We haven't seen a Hawk Gatling in a hot second. Ooh. Hawk Gatling is where you use basic armament hockey hardening. You see the black. And then Gear 2. That's his upgraded hockey in Gear 2 Gatling. Now, again, is he using Rio? Let's wait and see. Hawk Gatling. I'll blast that fire away. Again, internal damage. That should bypass it, really. You would think. So, Lucci, use your pathetic brain for a second, Straw Hat. It doesn't matter how many times you try hitting it, that won't work. Again, I think they're only thinking surface level. That's why Rio exists. I don't know. Okay, like why aren't we using Rio? Why aren't we using Rio? I'll keep asking that until I get an answer, and I'm probably never gonna get an answer. So Luffy's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'll just hit him really, really hard, and then he'll get knocked out." But again, no Gear 5. No Gear 5 has come out. But I guess actually, wait, they went to Gear 4 last time, so Luffy's last longer in Gear 4. That's for sure. So wait, are we saying these guys can take a Luffy at Gear 4? Dude, it was off screen. I need more. I need more of an analysis. All right, sorry, I keep cutting myself off. So okay, we have the laboratory door with the Kuma paw because of the paw print on it. So that's where Bonnie was. Only one day remains before the infamous egghead. Oh no, the narratives. Oh, the narrator is coming out and saying the infamous egghead incident. Dude, I'm telling you, Uranus is coming. Uranus is coming. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. Oh, that's crazy. Really? one day, only one day. So we have another day before anything's going to happen. So only one day remains before the infamous Egghead Island incident. However, the heels of this tale were set in motion 3 months ago. Alrighty, what happened 3 months ago? So Bonnie's crying at the bubble. The bubble isn't gone, so she took more memory, but maybe not all of it? Question mark. Next page. Oh, I call it. Come on, give it to me. Yo, it's the Gorosei. Okay, for context, those who don't have the chapter, which actually I should have dropped the chapter in the chat box. I'll link the chapter once the video's up for everyone listening later. We see Mary Joie, aka the Holy Land, 3 months ago. I said on Cole's stream when Saturn was here, and then the next chapter where they were like, oh, it was clear this plan was set up long before, and we know like the CP guys have been here for 2 months, but 3 months, and now we're getting 3 months. But Cole, like last time, was like, nah, I can't, like other people too. No, like there's no way the government planned for 2 months out to come here. It looks like, yeah, they did. Like, why not? Why can't the Gorosei plan? Why can't Emu and Gorosei plan? Now, I don't believe what Twitter's going down the rabbit hole with. I don't think it's Emu. I don't think whoever was walking last chapter, some people think, like, because of how the sound effect of them walking, it's heel sound effects, and apparently Emu has heels. Therefore, number one, Emu's a female, but you know we have Dillinger, so it's like, yeah, you're just assuming there. But then two, Emu is here and doing stuff. It's like I think it's just the Gorosei. Anyway, sorry. Let me not, have my chickens before they hatch. Let's see. 3 months prior, in the Holy Land, Mary Joie. So this should be before 3 months. This is before I was the Egghead. 2, this is before Wano. 3, obviously before Reverie. Is this before Whole Cake and Dressrosa? Like, how far back is this? 3 months ago. It's so hard to track in One Piece. Is this Punk Hazard? Maybe. This might be around when Doflamingo was doing shit with the Celestial Dragons. Maybe. Let's see. You know what? Egghead. This is Egghead come in. I want to speak to someone, somebody with power. I want to speak with somebody with power. So someone's trying to get in contact with Mary Joie. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the Void Sentry. Okay, so someone in the shadow of this text bubble is a snitch, is a rat. Someone's a rata. So someone is being an asshole. So we have, in another flashback bubble, we have Shaka and Vegapunk. I think Lilith in the background, or someone freaking out some CP agents. And then 2 other CP agents are like holding up like probably documentation like, hey, we got papers to be here to inspect your lab. CP5. Okay, CP5 agents were dispatched to verify this tip, quote unquote. But their inspection revealed nothing, but they never left. I mean, maybe the report left, but they probably never left. So what happened? Okay. So we have an outside shot of the island, and their ships have mysteriously disappeared as it attempted to leave Egghead. CP7 and CP8 were both deployed to shed light on the situation. So the higher you get to 9 is like probably like the more professional. Which one was Jerry? Wasn't Jerry like CP6? I think he was. And Wanze, right? Either way. But the point is, like, the higher you get to 9 is probably when, like, they're better agents, number 1. And then 2, they're probably stronger. So CP7 and 8 were both deployed to shed lights on the situation. However, no government official ship had returned from Egghead. So that was 3 months ago. Okay, so we have context on, like, what was happening, kind of. Let's see if we get more detail. So again, we're in the shadow, like this fucking menacing, like it's JoJo's. Is it Cars? Oh, could you imagine? Cars. He flew into a black hole and now he's here in the One Piece world. Oh, like seriously, what is with the menacing? God damn. This is Egghead again reporting. Put me through to someone of the top brass. Who is the snitch? God damn. Who wants to be a rat today? So then we have Gorosei members in their little conference room. The conversation between the five Elder Stars and this individual totally exposed. Oh, Con 4K exposed the full extent of the genius scientist's treachery. And so the elders decided to order Vegapunk's assassination. So, okay, the CP7-8, I think, were like 2 months ago because they've been in there for 2 months. But 3 months ago was CP5. So 5 had been there for about 3 months, which that's crazy. So those guys are probably almost dead. CP7 and 8 are probably towards almost the 2 month mark. So around 2 months ago is when they officially have put into action whoever this traitor guy is, gave him the full 101 on what's happening on Egghead. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And so the elders have decided to order Vegapunk's execution. It fell to none other than Cypherpole Aegis Zero to execute this mission. So they're not playing. They're not playing around anymore. They're not playing around. Like no more 5, 6, 7, 8. And like no. Get out of here. We got call zero. Zyro. So Rob Lucci in his mask. So we have Saturn looking all menacing and like okay, so we have a couple panels like lined up next to each other. So we have Saturn looking menacing, looking proud, looking studly. However, the five Elder Stars anticipated that Vegapunk would resist, so they sent one of their own, escorted by Admiral Kizaru. So for 2 months mainly, so for 2 months, like Rob Lucci, is that why we haven't heard anything for a while after Reverie? So okay, so then Reverie must have been 2 months ago. Yeah, because Kizaru before Reverie was with Akayunu at Marineford. Green Bull and Fujitora were on Reverie. So Reverie was 2 months ago. So Whole Cake was 2 months ago. That's crazy. So around 2 months ago, Kizaru probably left from Marineford on Red Line to travel to Egghead. So that means it took 2 months to travel there. Does that make sense? I don't know. The world travel rate of One Piece is weird. The world travel rate is nuts. So it could have taken 2 months for Kizaru and the boys to travel there with Rob Lucci and Saturn. However, the five others are anticipating that Vegapunk would resist, so they sent one of their own, escorted by Admiral Kizaru, and of course, like a battleship fleet, but not like the 100 ships. They also reinforced the fleet that they deployed with backup from several Navy branches. So some dude I've never seen, I think that's a new person. And then, that's from that's Dahl, and I think one of the other officers. Their caution level was raised to total war imminent. Really, so the fact that they're just going to Egghead is like, oh, we're gonna declare war. Like this is a war level. Okay, that's a new code that we've never seen. So from Buster Call to now, this is like basically war. We're calling this a war. Okay, all right, okay then. Okay, let's see then. Let's see what. Okay, next page, still in the flashback. Where are we? Then the sudden and unexpected appearance of Emperor Straw Hat Luffy's ship left the government forces feeling more than a little disquoted. I could be reading that wrong. Disquoted by this complication. So this was recent. This was like at least a day ago. Or like has it been a day? Has it been a day? There's apparently one more day before something happens. So Egghead's probably going to be a day or a day and a half to maybe even 2 days So let's say a day and a half ago, Straw Hats have now arrived at Egghead. This is the same Akainu moment that we saw when he found out the first time. So it took them 2 months to get there, roughly, maybe a little bit shorter. Luffy arrives after Wano like a half a day ago, and now that complicated matters. So they're now like, oh shit. Which, by the way, Akainu saying, "Oh, Luffy being here is a problem." Navy boys, why is that a problem? You got Kizaru. I thought Kizaru light speed kick. Oh, he's gonna like show like when he's serious, he's gonna kick the world. Like, hey, I thought Kizaru was gonna go like into the spectrum of light, like he's a lantern from DC. He's gonna unlock all the light spectrums. Why not? Why can't he do that? So, did you say Straw Hat? Akinu said, and then Luffy in Gear 5. Yeah, is that on the island or Wano? Either way. And then another Gorosei, Gorbachev with a mustache, him again. In any case, so they're really like being like, "Oh, Luffy's here." Shit, goddamn. So an admiral going there, and Luffy complicates the matter with his crew. Hmm. 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 Oh, that's some interesting scaling right there. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Anyway, in any case, this chain of events is going to accumulate. Let me get it right together, and the outcome will shock the world. Dude, what's gonna happen? Is Uranus gonna like literally like blow up the island? Is like Kizaru? There was an idea. There was an idea that on Egghead Island, this would be where the first admiral that the Straw Hats will beat. Everyone in chat or everyone on the VOD, comment down later. Is this the first arc we beat an admiral? That could shock the world. Like, not only does the island blow up, they lose an admiral going towards there. So it's like, okay, what happened? What happened? That would be crazy. That would be nuts. The chain of events is going to accumulate tomorrow, and the outcome will indeed shock the world. The world around. What's the number? Is that 99? Oh, I can't read that number. Okay, finally, out of the flashback into the basement. Please, come on, Oda, don't dick teasing us again. Like, please. So, clink, clink. Someone's walking down the stairs. What the devil? This was all you're doing? And then Shaka, and then like he's circling out. Clank, clank. Someone's walking. Answer me. So whoever Vegapunk's talking to, he knows this. So before I turn the page, because I see the shadow figure. Again, everyone in chat. What we got? Do we got S. Flamingo, Gorosei, Bluno, another Vegapunk, or a new character, or 6 option? What we got? What we got, chat? We got 6 options. I personally am okay with Gorosei, Vegapunk clone, but it has to be with the Labostratum going against them, or S. Flamingo. That's the ones I'm going with. Those are the 3 options I'm okay with. Again, don't spoil me either. So we got Lupin, Vegapunk. Okay, so Lupin still wants to go with his evil Vegapunk theory. Okay. If it's a new character, like a straight up new character, all right, that's interesting, but it's like we're really filling up this arc now, like with randos. But we'll see. And then the 6th option, something else is the wild card. Is it Shiri of the Rain? Is it Lafitte? Like, go wild. Is it Emu? Like, who knows? All right, but without further ado, let's finally figure this out. Hopefully, unless Oda's going to cock block us again. Let's figure this out. Who is the person that is wielding the gun to shoot Vegapunk? Let us see. I'm going to zoom in because I want this to be dramatic. And we scroll. Okay, so we have text bubble. All right, first text bubble, nothing. So we don't see anything. So creak crack, why are you doing this? Vegapunk keeps asking. So, oh, wait. So we see the shadow. It's going inside the door where Vegapunk is. That's a big shadow. Oh, is it York? The gluttonous? She wanted more. She wanted to be like Merlin from Seven Deadly Sins. I wanted more. It's like, oh, okay. The person looks tall. Person looks tall. Is the theory that it was York all along? So York took the hit to be petrified, but that was the play. That was the plan. And then actually, Boa did walk off to go somewhere. Oh, it could be York. It could be York. But why? Why is it York? What would make York do this? Is she tired of shitting? That's like her only purpose? You know, I would be upset too. If my purpose was just to shit and eat all day, people are like, oh, what's wrong with that? That would get really stalled. Like, that would get stale. It's like, I literally am just your feeding pen. I can see why someone would be angry at that. Anyway, let's actually see what it is. So, why are you doing this? He asked. Clink, clank, slide. So he's sliding. Why? How could you do this to us? Oh, and if it is York, the click clank sound would mean, if you believe Arthur, it's a woman, so therefore York. Okay, come on. Next page, baby. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's a double page spread. I can already tell it's a double page spread. All right, we're sliding down, boys. Ah, there she is. York. Orata. Okay. So there is a traitor. And it turns out the gluttonous York is the traitor. All right. So, by the way, thanks for everyone coming into the stream. We're almost done with One Piece. We're gonna get into Iruma soon. But for everyone that called the York theory, hey, hats off. I didn't believe it. I'm glad it's not Lilith. I'm glad it's not Shock. Well, now Shaka would have been cool, but okay. We're not done, by the way. Don't leave just yet. So York is the traitor. She is the mistress of darkness with a big ass gun too. Like, that gun is like a goddamn cannon, by the way. So maybe Shaka might be fucked. Oh, Stella, it's cause I want to be a celestial dragon. God damn. You know what? She's the gluttonous. She eats and shits all day. That's basically what the celestial dragons do. She must have heard, like, oh, they get to just lounge around all day long, eating all the most glorious foods, and they don't have to do anything. It's like, that's me. Like, that's just me, but with more resources. Okay, she wants to be a celestial dragon. Why? Oh, why? Hey, yo, she's a baddie. In that stance, too. She's a baddie, but for the wrong reasons. And then Vegapunk. What are you saying, York? You know what Mary Joa is like from that visit. Oh, wait. The cover story. Wait, they've been around since then? Like when he had the black beard? Really? Huh. Is that what he's referring to? I assume he hasn't gone too many times. He's probably gone there like once when he received his Nobel Prize or whatever prize it was. What are you saying, York? You know what the Mary Joa is like from that visit a long time ago. How could you want to be one of them after witnessing the vile atrocities they commit? You sound just like Shaka. Who is this? Like, she's got the evil, like, Vegapunk, you just don't understand. It's like, okay, well, illuminate me. Illuminate the air of mystery. Haha, you just sound like Shaka. Well, not so much now. He's dead. Kind of cap. That's One Piece. By the way, cake up again. It's hard to keep track of all of us Vegapunks, right? Is it though? I didn't think it was. Honestly, the world really doesn't need more than one. So, okay, so that's the end of the chapter? I want more. Fuck. The embodiment of unfestered desire leaves the shadow. Chapter 1078 end. No break. Cool. Okay, so it is confirmed. Yes, there is a traitor, and it is the gluttonous York. So she really let herself get captured by Boa because that was part of the plan. Boa walks off somewhere early on in the chapter because I'll scroll back up. I'll scroll back up. We have Frankie like, oh, I can still fight you. I can still beat your ass. And then she like potentially blows up Edison. I'm not too sure. Or Pythagoras. There's like a huge explosion. We'll see. And then Frankie says, wait. I said, wait. It's like, so that's the moment she goes over to free York. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see where this goes. I'm curious why. Tell me why. Tell me what you want. Like, why does she want to be a celestial dragon? It's my idea would be that, again, she eats and shits all day. That's basically what they do. That's what she does now, but it's more. Or it could be the idea like that's all she does and she doesn't want to do that anymore. It's like I literally am just here to eat for all of you. That's a terrible life for me. I'm smart too. I have intellect of Vegapunk, and yet my primary goal is just to be like nothing. While if I serve the celestial dragons as one of them, I can have all that I want and I can be the only world genius. Although I'm going to be real, she's probably not as smart as the Vegapunk. I assume none of them are as smart as the real one. They have different facets of his intellect, but put together, they only equal one Vegapunk. That's what I would argue. Okay, interesting. So the chapter was actually fairly, it felt fairly long than usual. I think this is a pretty good chapter. I'm just glad we're done with the the cloak and dagger. I'm glad that's done. That's done. So it is York that is revealed. It is not Saturn. Upset by that. Is what it is. It's not Bluno. It's not any like outside first. So for 3 months, she has been planning to let Vegapunk take the fall so she can become a celestial dragon. Interesting. Interesting. Now, again, 3 months ago, I think it's before Dressrosa. So getting into Punk Hazard, right? Someone could correct me on that. We should be in like Punk Hazard time. So maybe when Law told Dofi, hey, give up your warlord status. And then Dofi made a direct call to the Celestial Dragons and Gorosei, be like, hey, I'm a Celestial Dragon. And if you don't want your secret out, you're, going to do what I say. And you're going to still make me, a warlord, even after you publicize that I'm not a warlord. Yeah, yeah. So maybe she heard through the grapevine that way. And then she was like, oh, the Celestial Dragons can get away with a lot of things, huh? I like that. Again, we also haven't seen the S Doflamingo, so maybe S Doflamingo is whispering in her ears to do some stuff. Either way, there's a lot of questions that I want to be answered with why York wants to be this way. But outside of that, we have in the beginning of the chapter, Sentomaru obviously warning everyone with Stussy that yes, Kizaru is here with the Gorosei, meaning that this incident, yes, they're reiterating, especially now with the narrator. The narrator and everyone is reiterating whatever's going to happen on Egghead, it's going to be crazy. Something insane is going to happen. It could be a multiple of things, but whatever's going to happen, number one, Egghead's going to be gone from the maps, obviously. Two, Luffy is probably going to get a bounty raise. He has to. He's probably going to get another bounty raise to separate him from Kid and Law. He should. He deserves. If he doesn't get a bounty raise from this, I will be surprised. Because Big News Morgans also is putting it out there that Luffy is like doing all this stuff. So the world will think Luffy is the one to destroy Egghead Island. But we all know the government's going to, be the ones responsible. But yeah, so Sentomaru is telling the civilians again, get the hell off the island. Shit's gonna go down. We transition again over to Frankie saying, "Ugh, I can still fight you. I got one hand free. Come on." And then, Boa walks away, presumably to go free York. She also probably destroyed Pythagoras. Hey, you know what? If we're really gonna do this, we're gonna pick the Vegapunks off one by one. Cool. I'm glad. Oda learned his lesson from Wano Country. Good. Like, they're not to be that guy. They are robots. They're synthetic beings, so it's like they're kind of are disposable. Don't want to be that person. And also, we haven't really got to know them long enough to really be like, no. So it's like maybe Oda then as like, okay, we can kill him. Because apparently, like, we still don't know if like is Hawkins dead. We don't know if he's still alive. But for these guys, it's like, nah, no question, they can die. I would like to think that. Like, and again, we the One Piece community, we know this. Oda in flashbacks is a mass murderer. Like in Law and Robin's flashback, the man like kills women, children, elderly. Like it doesn't matter. He kills so many people in flashbacks. Present day storyline, Kinemon lives. It's like, dude, come on, just kill him. He wanted to die. Anyway, sorry, don't want to rant about that. So then next part, we have Chopper and Atlas. They're on their way to go to the basement, so they'll probably stop York. Atlas is going to be like, but you're one of us. How could you do this to us? I thought we trusted you. It's like, and then again, we have Edison with Nami and Brooke. They're trying to hopefully like get him to stay alive. And then Sanji is doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good against S Shark. S Shark's like, Nani, my punch? Again, is he using Fisherman Karate? I have no idea. Probably not because the ripple effect isn't there. I have to go back and check if he used the ripple effect when he does it. But then Sanji in his Germa mode, or as he's calling it, his undying power of love. Sure, the cope is real. He is, scratched up in the face, but he's actually standing pretty strong. He's standing pretty strong against it. Then we go above them to Zoro and Luffy, who are huffing and puffing. So again, this sets up the mindset that Kuma and Mihawk's clones are the top dogs. They are the top dogs out of the Seraphims. Because if Luffy, Zoro, Rob, Gucci, and Kaku are all struggling, but yet Sanji's right here, like, yo, pathetic. You suck. It's like, okay, there's a pecking order. There's a pecking order between the Seraphims. But Luffy's like, all right, you know what? Screw the flames. Where did the Hawkeye person go? And then Lucci says he must have gone off to go deal with the Vegapunks to make us weaker because our friends, blah, 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 blah. Which is a good strategy. And obviously it shows Rob Lucci's cruelty. That was his first idea. And Zoro is going to be the one to go chase him down. But then you have Kaku go with him because Luffy says, please, Usopp, bringing back that joke. Very nice. And then Kaku's like, oh, god dang it. Fine. Slow down, rolling over. And he's like, not Kaku. I'm not Usopp. And then Luffy does a Hawk Gatling. Again, Rio doesn't look like it's anywhere here. I'm hoping he uses Rio. Like, you would think, like, okay, their exteriors are sturdy. One, they're cyborgs. Two, they're Lunarians. And then, obviously Kuma's also like a special race, so I don't know what that means for this clone. So, again, he's sturdy. He's a sturdy boy. Okay, if I can't hurt him on the outside, I wish I had a technique that allows me to pass, like, defenses. I guess that doesn't exist in One Piece. Oh, wait, Rio! It's like, I hope Luffy's using it. I just don't like how Oda uses hockey. Because I think he makes cool abilities without fully explaining them, but then he will also not just use them for his own convenience. It's like, then you shouldn't really have them in the first place then. If the story cannot allow a character to use their full abilities because they are ruining the seriousness or the threat, then it's like, then why do you have the ability then? Then you shouldn't have it. Anyway, so Luffy has a Hawk Gatling, which is like the Gear 2 armament hardening, Gatling version. And then Rob Lucy's like, listen, Luffy, use your fucking brain. That's not going to work. But we'll see. We'll see. And we go to Bonnie for a quick second where she is looking at the room again with the bubble. She's crying, but the bubble isn't gone, so she saw more of it. And again, we get the narrator saying something's going to happen in 1 day's time. Egghead's going to get like eviscerated or something like that. And then we go into a flashback. So 3 months ago, York has been planning with the Gorosei to basically catch Vegapunk slipping. They want to get him caught in 4K. And the first time around 3 months ago was CP5. They were deployed to verify, to no avail. However, York apparently kidnapped the CP5, like, to maybe like, okay, if CP5 can't catch them, I'll kidnap them to entice them to send more agents to be like, hey, where's our agents? Then they'll get captured, and that will force the Gorosei to be like, what the hell is going on? Where are our dudes? And then she calls again to say she wants to speak to the top brass to, I guess, give them more information or something to entice them to come on down. The conversation between the 5 Elder Stars and this individual totally exposed the full extent of his genius trajectory. And so the 5 Elder Stars ordered Vegapunk's assassination. So they probably promised her, like, oh yeah, we'll make you a Celestial Dragon. And then, of course, you have Saturn, Kizaru, a couple probably Vice Admirals, Rear Admirals, and then the G9 base. G9? Is it G? Guys, is it G9 with Doll? I forget. But Doll's on her way with Kizaru. So after 2 months, they are going to be now at Egghead Island. And then a day or half a day ago, Luffy arrived. That complicated matters, which, scaling, that's kind of funny. We got Kizaru and Admiral Aokiji saying Luffy is gumming up the works. And then they order, obviously, the 100 battleships. And then the other Gorosei guy is aware of this. He's like, him again. So the other Gorosei guys are obviously watching what's going to happen on the island. They are watching. And again, one more time, the narrator says, tomorrow, something is going to happen that will shock the world. And we can discuss what that is at the end with a quick Q&A. And then finally, at the end of the chapter, the reveal. It is York. York is the traitor because she wants to be a Celestial Dragon. Okay. We'll see where that goes. Overall, I think the chapter is like an 8.5. Depending on what we get from York and depending on what happens with the destruction of the island, or if there's something else that happens, why this is a major shocking event, this chapter could go up in the future with a better rating, or it could go down. But right now, I'm going to give it an 8.5. This is good. Again, no Shanks. So, as what I said is probably going to come to pass, we will not get Shanks until, like, we get to Elbath. Like, as we slowly build up chapters in Elbath, we'll put the pieces together. What happens? How the kid fare? We'll run into him. He's probably going to be injured. He's going to be like, I lost, but whatever. Fuck you, Straw Hat. I can still beat your ass, which is Cap. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Oh, God. Why, Oda? Why are you blue balling us like this? But anyway, that's the end of the chapter. Okay, Q&A time. Let's get into it. We'll do a quick one because we do have 4 chapters of Demon School. And that's going to take us probably a good hour, maybe even 2 hours, which I'm like, I'd like to muscle through that a little bit quicker. But let's see what we got. Okay, so we have Lupin. Obviously, he guessed it was Vegapunk, but then he says again, the logistics doesn't make sense. Okay, so yeah, why York wants to be, well, not why she wants to be the traitor. Why does she want to be a Celestial Dragon? Who here has a good answer outside of the answers that I gave? Who here in chat, or again, comment down in the comment section down below once you're done watching this video. After, of course, you hit that red button. Yeah. Anyway, why would she join? Or why would she do this? What are your answers? You can leave in the chat. I think the best answer is it's a mixture of She's tired of being just basically the feeder of the group. She believes she's smart, or if not smarter than Vegapunk, clearly, to take him out. She then also probably wants maybe the resources of the Celestial Dragons, because they've mentioned in this arc time and time again that with their genius intellect, the only thing that eliminates them is technology and resources. That's it. So with the Celestial Dragon money and backing to her name, she can have that. And then three would be she is the gluttonous, so she probably would also want the resources to just lounge around whenever she wants. It's probably a mixture of that. If there's something else I'm missing, please again give me your ideas, because I am curious why she's doing this. I'm glad it's not Lilith. That would have been too obvious. I'm glad it's not Shaka, although Shaka would have been interesting. Like the whole, oh, what is good? You guys are going against the world government. They may do bad things, but in a general, like if Odo really wanted to go into a deep philosophical question, which he can still do, I guess, with York, but Shaka would have really made us think, like, what is quote good? What is the definition of good? Kind of like with that Doflamingo speech, like war decides who is the victors, and the victors decide what is history, what is told, who was right, who was wrong. We could have had a moment like that with Shaka, but it looks like we're going with York. And also, it's not some Bluno, it's not Saturn doing some FTL going through the barrier. No, unfortunately. But this also, sorry for yelling. But this also means that it's not an evil clone. It is not a Skynet situation, as far as we know. As far as we know. Lupin. The question is, when did she give the order, and when did Snake free her since they were fighting? Well, for the second question, for the latter, we see Boa against Frankie in this chapter. She, after blowing up Edison or doing whatever to Edison, Pythagoras. She tilts her eyes this way, and then it appears she's going to leave somewhere. And then Frankie's like, wait, I said wait. So that's probably when she went over to go free York, and then York went to do her business. So what we see with Shaka, actually, last chapter was probably a little bit into the future. So I will say the paneling I can understand doesn't make sense. I can understand that. But that is what I guess Oda is trying to tell us. That whatever happened with Frankie happened first. And then she freed York. And then whatever happened with Shaka in the end of last chapter was a bit into the future. That's what it's trying to tell us. Nope. I mean, that's my answer. That's my answer. The question is, when did she give the order? So the order to portray them. So let me go back to the chapters. I believe it was like 4 chapters ago that we saw the Seraphims were going against each other. So like 175, I think it was. I think it was 175. No, oh wait, no, that's when they're already. That is when they're already doing stuff, I think. Let me see. I gotta crack my neck. So I'm going through chapter 175. So, okay, 174, technically, when Pythagoras got blown up by someone. It could have been York, but actually, I think it was the Seraphims that were doing it. So we have York over here go over towards Boa, and then she does the Maramarino beam. She gets taken out. Chapter 175 is when we, as an audience, start to see that actually, now that I think about it, wait a minute. In chapter 1075, when she does the laser, she does kick York over to the side on the bridge. She fires a laser at Edison. I keep saying Edison. Pythagoras, Lilith, Frankie, and Usopp. It was probably on the bridge when she's looking down before she goes over. Or goes down to fight them. She probably frees York. That's probably when she frees York. Probably. But beforehand, before chapter 1075, let's see. We have the Pacifista Mark III's doing their thing. Sentomaru's, talking about Luffy, do your job. And then we have the sitting room. Yeah, so 1074 is the sitting room where we have Zoro join the party and all of them are chilling. We see Atlas was being repaired. York was chilling, walking around like, Wait. I remember she went to the bathroom early on in the arc. But a couple chapters before this, they said the power went out. Hold up. I think I got this. Lupin. Doesn't make sense that the only panel is foreshadowing. I'm not saying it's good foreshadowing. Like, okay, wait, Lupin. Are you upset that York is the traitor? Or are you upset at the idea that there wasn't a good setup for her to be the traitor? Because there's a difference between the two. There's a difference between the two. I'm just curious. Let me see. I'm going to check out the panels now. I'm trying to find that chapter where they say like the power goes out. So, okay. In 1071, we have a double page spread of Lilith, Pythagoras, Edison, Shaka, and York. All of them are together. So let's see. Is the power out yet? You're determined to ignore the Navy about this, Lucci. You're hopeless. Shaka. The agents are attempting to block off the exits. They're probably taking care of the ships. Vega Force 1 can only fly on the island. Damn, the enemy's quite screwed, aren't they? And then Lilith. Perfect. This means we get to avenge Atlas. I'm raring to go. Pythagoras, no, let's not do that here. And then Vegapunk, so they won't let us get out without a fight, huh? York, what's going on? Something fun. Then Shaka, Lilith, if that's all you are going to do, you are brainless. Just knock it off. Edison, blah, 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 blah. Why can't I? Fighting back isn't our objective. It's to ensure that the Stella body is escaped safely. Let's see. Still, I'm so sorry, Tomorrow. That only happened because you were so loyal. We still have another ally on the island. They were hinting at Stussy. Hold your horses. What you'd be risking them to do if they ask for help? The world government chase them, and they won't have anywhere to go. Be that as it may, we have no choice. Wowza, they're going to help us escape. They'll be taken care of. Well, folks, it's all packed up. Please take the 7 of us onto your ship, all 7. That sounds like a plan. I don't care so long as Lilith Chan tags along. Hell yeah. A voyage with the 7 faces for the world's best lab. Wait. Laboratory, stratum, front dome, defenses are now offline. Okay, so in 1071, we have York with all of them except for Atlas. After the panel where Luffy is chasing Bonnie through lab interior, there's a beep beep sound. Luffy noses the beep. And then we have a security system. The laboratory stratum defenses are offline. The frontier dome is also offline. That's when Rob Lucci and them get up. The frontier dome is offline. Who would disable it and for what purpose? We have York here, right there, eating a snack. Is someone in the control room? No, our detectors aren't picking up anyone. Okay. So they're not picking up anyone. So here's an idea. Could she have, let's say in theory, before meeting up with Vegapunk here, ordered one of the Seraphims to go turn off the power, but they say they can't detect anyone? Does that mean that they can detect the Seraphims? Or theory number 2, it's Caribou. The idea that Caribou screwed up. This was not part of her plan, but you know what? This works. She can use this to her advantage, and she still looks innocent. That's what I would argue. That is just headcanon. We have no idea how or why yet exactly the offline security system happened. That is true. There's no setup. There's no setup. I mean, I won't say that because there was setup to begin with that this was an inside job. There was always a setup that this was an inside job by someone. Now it was, I think, too vague to really place a finger on anyone. And because we, again, don't have enough time with these characters in this arc, we couldn't get a real grasp of their personalities. At most, we knew more so of Shaka and Lilith compared to the other clones. We didn't really spend enough time with York. So there isn't enough setup there. I don't think there was no setup. That's what I would argue. That's what I would argue. So yeah, so somewhere in 1071, something happened where the power went off online, and then York's right there with everyone when that happens. But what was she doing beforehand with the Seraphim? Maybe it's something there. Maybe it's something there. Oh, and this is also the chapter 1071. Is at G14, not G9, G14. I'm sorry. G14 Naval Base is where we have Dahl, who gets a call from Garp to go over towards Blackbeard's home island. However, we now see in this chapter, she did not. She did not go with Garp. She went with Kizaru. Okay, interesting. So, are we gonna see Dahl fight? That'd be kind of cool, but I doubt it. Lupin, but then she must met S Snake to give orders. Well, we don't know if it was S Snake. We again, there is the idea that the S Doflamingo could exist. There's the idea of the S Crocodile could exist. It's possible that we haven't seen all the Seraphims. So while the others were deployed against CP0 for a while and then were brought back up, the other ones were off doing something else. Or again, as crazy and spontaneous as this might sound, it could just be Caribou. It could be Caribou fucked up somewhere because about the Caribou theory. Because he's here, somehow, some way, he's going to find out about Uranus. And because the narration keeps setting up shit's going to go down in one day's time, it's most likely Uranus. Uranus is going to come and just atomize the island. So it could be that Caribou is off doing some dumb stuff. He broke something, turned off the power. That's convenient. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It is convenient. But that's how Oda works. That's how Oda works sometimes. He does a bunch of convenient things for a plot point to make sense. It's happened before. So do not be surprised if it's Caribou. Now, let's say it is, again, York. There is stuff that's there. It's just not a lot. I won't say it's none. Meet the Sarah to override the order that Edison gave. She has been with the others all the time. Let me see. Let me check before 1071. So we have 1070 is the Rob Lucci fight. Let's see. Okay, so 1070. And 1070, we have Pythagoras, Edison, and the main Vegapunk. We have them explaining the green blood and the Seraphims, what they're doing. Lucci and Luffy are still happening. And Boa is has her personality, telling Jinbei to get away. And then the Seraphims join CP0. We get Kizaru's reveal. Previous chapter. Let's check out 1069. 1069. Let's see. So we have Luffy carrying Bonnie. Atlas is destroyed. Aku saying, Luffy's gumming up the works. He's gumming up the works. We have Shaka with Pythagoras in the main building. Vegapunk comes in to say, whoa, 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 that's Nika, which that didn't really go anywhere, which I'm kind of sad. We only got so much of that. The Seraphims are now deployed. So we have Sentomar. This is supposed to be my day off. What is Dr. Vegapunk thinking? This seems cut and dry. Cypher Pole is on our side. Pirates are the bad guys. So I just gotta back up CP0. Not quite Sentomaru. The CP agents are actually after my life. Sorry to spring this on you. Wait, what? Wait a minute. True, this is a big decision. Never mind, Sentomaru. I only took you in so you could do some serving. Okay, so we have these three boys, not with Kuma, because Kuma arrived with CP0, because that's how they were getting into the island. So we have these three are deployed. So, as far as in this chapter, we don't see York. We don't see York. Well, are you Lupin? Are you saying after 169? Because with 170, she is with them. That is true. But before they are deployed, to the battlefield, they could have been deployed previously, or it was York who gave the answer to them to go after. But she could have told, again, there could be another Seraphim that we don't know about that she gave an order to. We have to wait and see. So we have Kuma doing his stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Seraphims. I'll go back one more chapter. I'll go to 1068. I will go to 1068 and check. So we have Pythagoras giving an order to everyone of the CP0 guys. We have Lilith and Pythagoras. Yeah, so we haven't seen, and this is before Vegapunk does his teleportation thing in 1068. Yeah, so we actually haven't seen York in a hot second until 1070. Until 1070, we did not see York again, really. Yeah. Yeah, and that's when the dome system went online. Okay. So, she has been with them the entire time after. In which chapter does Edison give the order to stop? That's later. That's I think that's like 1071 or 2. I will check that right now. She must have met the Seraphim after that chapter. Well, again, remember, in 1070, the only way for them to get up was because the dome went offline. Who took off the dome? It could have been York, or it could have been her ordering one of the Seraphims to do so. Let's see. So let's check. 1072 or 1071. Oh shit! What time is it? 3. Oh god. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm sorry. No. In 1070 is when the dome goes offline, and 1071 is when we see York again. So York does not come back in 1070 when Vegapunk's talking to everyone and the Seraphims join CP0. But she randomly comes out of nowhere and is with the group in 1071. That is confirmed. In 1071, they are together, and that's when the dome comes offline. And then let's see, 1072. 1072, we have Vegapunk and Bonnie doing their thing. We have Kuma's memory stuff. So we have Shaka in the control room. The Seraphim things, they're out there. It's 2 against 7 now. They're going to be up against so many. Damn it all. No, I doubt CP0 ordered them directly. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what Shaka says again. Damn it. They called in backup while the barrier was down. No, I doubt CP0 ordered them directly. The Seraphim are able to assess combat situations. They are equipped with somewhat limited decision making, so they choose to capitalize on the barrier going down. We didn't order them to come. It's not like we can make them go back now. The dome is okay. Hang on now. That might be a clue. So, yeah, Shaka gives an explanation that they came because they assessed the situation. However, that could have been also a moment where York has already given them an order. That could have been also a moment where they gave an order. The enemies made a serious miscalculation. Now that they're back up here, we can turn the Seraphims back to our side. We have the hierarchy, 5 elders, Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and the other CP's agents. And that's when Edison leaves. That's assuming we get there in time to help. I'll be right back. Look at these split. Hopefully those two can hang on. I'll leave it to you two then. Let's see. So the Seraphims are running amok. The Stussy reveals is a thing. And then let's see. We have in 1073 and 1007. Okay, so in 1073, this is Stussy. I put them to sleep. We have Pythagoras comforting York as she's sleeping. That's fantastic news. Stussy came through. York pulled together. Yawn. Okay. And then Edison's coming over here. So Edison, you've done plenty, Stussy. Now we're on our way. They're doing their fighting. When does Edison come out? Okay. That was a shockwave leaving me. Seraphim cut it. Okay, the explosion cuts him out. Yikes. Edison, you're all right. Good job. Bum. And then you're looking good. Okay, that was close. When the Seraphim have finally listened, can someone tell me what these things are? So now these things have calmed down. So it's in 1073 that they calm down, and we see York like just chilling, napping. Well, in 1072, they put up the idea that these two things have come up here because they assess the situation. But again, that could also mean that York has already given them an order. So it is most likely that around 170 or beforehand, before they got deployed against Rob Lucci, they were already under her control. That is the idea that I'm going to go with. That these guys have been under her control since bare minimum 1069 beforehand. And that potentially either there's another Seraphim that is unaccounted for that took out the power, or B, it's Caribou. But ever since then, they have been given the order by York to do their thing. It was only that Rob Lucci took control of them for a small period of time on the ground. But then when they went up there, they said we didn't order them to go up there. They, quote unquote, decided to come up here. That might have also been a sign that there was someone ordering them. That's what I'm going to go for. So since 1069, they have already been ordered by York to do this coup d'etat. Edison orders them to stop in 1073. She must override the order after that. Here's the thing. What if she's already a celestial dragon? If she's a celestial dragon already, she might actually outrank them. She might actually outrank everyone. So the order that she could have gave to all the Seraphims are, all right, the things are going to happen. I'm going to order all of you to go down there for the time being to attack CP0. But when they give you an order to back them up once the Straw Hats leave, you work with them. And then you come up here to fight for a little bit. And then one of the Edison or one of the bodies will come out to stop you. You follow their order. Like, this could be weird. This could be weird. They have quote-unquote intelligence, so they can handle complicated orders. But York, depending on how she plans this out, actually could get this done. She can get this done. like how this is all planned out. I know it's a lot, but it could work, honestly. Like how Oda handles it. Like if it's just, oh, I ordered them after they came up, okay, then that's kind of a little weird. Because when did she get the time to do it? Again, we see her in chapter 1000, was it 1074? uh, yeah, 1074 is when she's up and awake. So 1072 is when she's asleep and fat. So 2 chapters later, she's awake and walking around. So it would then have to be then after there she gave them order, but that's kind of weird too. I think it's beforehand. I think, dude, like if York has been planning for 3 months, 3 months to do this, I would not be surprised that the moment that the Straw Hats touched down and were fighting against Rob Lucci, that she was already at work. I'm going to be real with you. If she planned that far out for 3 months ago, I think it's fair to say that ever since all the stuff has been happening on the island, she's been getting ready. She's been getting ready. It's very poor writing. Oda should stop doing the trailer. I'm not disagreeing with you. I am totally 100% done with traders. That's why for the last couple of chapters, I have been like, hey, let's reveal the trader. Let's reveal the trader. I'm done. This is, overblown. You don't need to keep it out for so long. Let's just pull the bandit off. I agree with you. I don't like the trader plot points anymore in One Piece. They're overblown and they usually don't end up being really that great. So, yeah, that's fine. It's just to say like there was no setup is technically not true. I get it. We want to ragdoll on this. I understand that, but there is evidence that there was stuff being built up. I just think like because we don't have enough time with these characters to really get to know them, the only ones that we spent enough time with really are Lilith and Shaka and the main body. But even then, that's not that much. It's like it was so easy for us to like not like really like think like, okay, what are the other Stella bodies like? What are they doing? Can we pick apart that they might be traitors? Again, Oda likes to use the subtlety of kind of like this vagueness where there's not a lot to an explanation or like there's not enough details for his plot points to be gathered and then focused on and worked on in the shadows. That's Oda's writing style, that he uses vagueness as a tool for him to build plot points up, even if the plot points do not have a lot of base to begin with. That's his style of writing. And it works sometimes it doesn't work. And I'm going to be real, a lot of it not working has been in the part 2. It has been in the time skip that I think where he like uses like the the unexplained reasons behind his actions in the post time skip has not set up a lot of great stuff. I'll be real. I will be real. For setup, I mean that the evidence were not set up correctly. What do you mean by that, Lupin? Like it wasn't set up correctly? Like a chain of events were not like set up where it made sense. Like, okay, from A to B, York sees that everyone's here. Then to B, she orders the Seraphims to do whatever, to take down whatever. And then C, now they're acting. Is that what you mean? Like the chain of events are not clear, or it's not, in your opinion, properly done. Is that what you mean that it's not clear? Okay. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Right now, it's not clear. We like are gonna get more details next chapter, I hope. And if let's say in the next chapter there is an issue of consistency and the structure of how things were executed, yeah, we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna be like, okay, this doesn't make sense. How she went from A to B to C. Sure. For right now, again, this is Oda's wheelhouse. He wants to keep things still vague for things to not just be hourly explained for people to pick apart. It gives him more time to be like, okay, so how do I make this work? How do I make C an actuality? I need now to plan out A and B. And we saw shit go down with the Seraphims and all the defense systems. So now that he has C, he needs to now think in his mind how to get to A and B. That's Oda. So we'll wait and see how York explains, if she explains how this was done. If we don't get an explanation, which is also sometimes Oda, where he just won't explain how this happened, then that's a problem again. Yes, I'm not denying Lupin. There's going to be a problem in this. I just don't think there's like to the point of this is like so bad that we need to like just think this is the worst thing that we've seen. I don't think so. I think it could be bad, but to what level? Probably not that much. Again, it's a traitor plot point. It's serving its purpose of, oh, there's a traitor. Why is there a traitor? Because I want this. And that's really it. And then that traitor, I assume, is not going to get forgiven, and then they'll get destroyed. Fingers crossed. Well, with that being said, it's 3:20. I have 4 chapters. Last time I did 4 chapters, I think I did like almost 2 hours. Yeah, I did an hour and a half. Oh, man. Nah, I can't. Okay. Okay. I'll give you guys another minute for Q&As, but for those who are sticking around for Iruma-kun, I'm going to delay the stream because I actually do have something to do. I thought I would be done a lot quicker. I didn't think it would be this in-depth for this chapter, but clearly I was wrong. For Welcome to Demon School chapter reactions, I'm going to do it later tonight. I'll try and do it later tonight, probably around like 9:30 Eastern Standard. I know that's late for a couple people. It is what it is. That's probably when I can do it because I got plans, unfortunately. I thought I could like get this done quickly, then go into it, and I could be done by like 4:30. But at this rate, and especially if those 4 chapters are going to be really, really good, I'm going to drag it out. We're going to talk about stuff. It'll at least be 2 hours. It'll be at least 2 hours. So I can't do it right now. So I will delay the Iruma stream to like 9:30. Let's say that. And then for this stream, we'll give it 1 more minute, and then we're gonna call it a day. And yeah, I just hope everyone had a good time. But so again, for the plot points, I do think there is vagueness that needs to be explained. How did she get all this to function? She's clearly a conniving strategist. Again, for her to plan for 3 months out in advance, Oda is trying to depict that she is a planner. Okay, then that means we need to analyze everything that's happened right now in this past day on the island and see if it makes sense. And I agree with you. There are some levels of vagueness that I can't really picture how did she get this to work. But we're going to hopefully see in the next chapter, which we're not on break, her explaining this is how I did it. Now, if we don't get that, or if she explains it and it doesn't really make sense there, or there's plot holes, then we'll talk about it. For right now, I can't just immediately say, oh, this makes no sense. I can't. I'm sorry, Lupin. I can't say that right now. I think there is a good chance there will be plot holes. There will be plot holes. But for right now, because he's keeping it vague, you can't fully say it's good or bad yet. But that's what Oda does. Again, Oda is, if Tite Kubo is a troll master, Oda is a vague master. He loves keeping things in the shadows. That's like his bread and butter. He will keep things covered in darkness and probably not even have them fully planned out, just so he can then have something be revealed and then go back and plan for how this makes sense. That's his kind of way of writing. He is a discovery writer. He'll write something, and then he'll do the explanation later. And that works, but then sometimes that doesn't work. But that's his style of doing things. Now, we will wait next chapter to cast judgment. Outside of that, this chapter, again, I think it was like an 8.5. That was pretty good. Again, clearly there are things to talk about, and depending on what happens in the future, we will change the rating of this. Again, I think outside of that, does anyone have any questions of, okay, what is going to happen in the day? Again, I think Uranus is coming. I think either Uranus is for sure coming and it's going to wipe off the island. 2, even though this is crazy, I understand people want this for Endgame. There is a potential that an admiral might lose. Not die, but might lose in this altercation for the first time against the Straw Hats. That would be world shaking. That something happened where Vegapunk, it was quote unquote getting kidnapped and maybe executed by Luffy by Big News Morgan standards. The island's now gone and Admiral loses. That would shake the world, in my opinion. That would be crazy. Now, they're probably not going to say a Gorosei member was there. Probably not. I assume he probably wouldn't say that. But that would be crazy. I understand people would be upset, for sure. Like, oh, Kizaru loses before the end of the story. But think about this. We do have a lot more that we have to get to. We have Blackbeard to get to. We still have Akainu. He's still there. And potentially what the Gorosei are and Imu, that's still a thing we have to deal with. So if Kizaru loses or has an altercation with the Straw Hats, which I think he will in some manner, that's going to be a big thing that's going to happen in a day. Outside of those two things, what do you guys think? Comment in the section down below or in the chat box while we still have a minute. What do you think is the thing that's going to shake the news, the headlines? Because outside of that, I can't really think of anything. Maybe Vegapunk dies. Like the real. We've talked about that. Maybe Vegapunk will die. Maybe all of them will die. Outside of that, is there anything else for the chapter? Oh, what are you guys' opinions on the Seraphims right now? Where are you placing their hierarchy? You can also talk about that, later on with each other. Like, do you think there's a hierarchy? Because right now, I'm putting Mihawk and Kuma at the top. Those two are very, very impressive. More than I thought they would be. Again, the Rio thing still bugs me. It's like you could probably use this to do that, but whatever. And Luffy's not going into Gear 5. Zoro's not using King of Hell. Lucci and Kaku aren't awakened. Yada yada yada. So we still have to get that for them to be like, oh, they're that good. But the argument now is looking at least for those two, they are definitely first division commanders. Sanji versus Jinbei, actually, kind of what maybe some people thought, looking like Sanji's going to, I think, bust the floor with this one. So that means potentially this Jinbei one is around Queen's level. Therefore, he is a second division commander, which means that he's not as equal to someone like Mihawk's clone or Kuma's clone, which then therefore means that this goes back to the whole Warlord rating, and people do obviously have Mihawk number 1, but there's the idea of, well, then who's the second strongest OG Warlord? Is it Kuma? Is it Dofi? Some people say it's Boa. Boa right now, we need more feats. But this could show that their clones also reflect their scaling to the other warlords. That, like, again, Mihawk's the strongest. Kuma might be the second strongest, which, hey, I'm okay with that. Kuma back on Thriller Bark was nasty. Do you guys remember how crazy he came out, slapping everyone, making the freaking Ursura shock for the first time? And then he's a cyborg. It's like, yo, he was crazy. He was crazy. Imagine if he awakened his fruit too. Like, oh no, it'd be a wrap. So it might be Mihawk, Kuma. Then it's a toss-up between Dofi and Boa. I know Boa fans want her so bad to be up there. We gotta wait and see. But yeah, I think there's a hierarchy. And now I think these guys could be first. Jimmy's probably second. Boa could be second too. Wait and see. And then depending on what happens, if there's more Seraphims, we'll wait and see. But if that's going to be it, because I don't see anyone really want to chat right now, again, you have like another 30 seconds. If anyone wants to comment while I read a DM message. Mm-hmm. Want to get back in the JoJo's? Is Manga C the place to read? Anyway, sorry, someone was asking me JoJo's question. If anyone has anything else, but it looks like no one has anything else to comment. Okay, so I'll leave this all for food for thought. Again, please comment down below what your opinions going forward. Again, postponing the Irma stream. I'm sorry, I got stuff to do. I thought I'd be done, but with 4 chapters, it's going to be at least an hour and 30 minutes. I got stuff to do. Sorry, but we will get to it tonight. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time is most likely when we're going to do it. It's going to be a little late. I'm sorry for any Euros or Japan or anyone overseas. 9:30 Eastern. I forget. I don't know my timetable as well. So again, sorry for being so late to the stream right now, and I'm sorry that we're postponing the other stream. This is going to be how it is. If you want more of the One Piece discussion, go over to King of Lightning's Discord and Twitch. Subscribe there, follow, and then tomorrow you will see me with a bunch of other people discussing what our opinions are of this chapter, and we will go into the theories. If you have anything that you want me to bring to the roundtable discussion, like we talked here today, how we feel like York's setup is not really that good, we have questions on it, I will bring it over. So again, comment down below. That'll be nice. And until next time, which should be later tonight, I will see you on the next stream. I hope everyone stays safe. Take it easy. Have a good day, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Stay healthy. And I hope to see you next time. And yeah, that's very much about it. I'm glad everyone enjoys the One Piece stream. And then we'll be back for Irma later tonight. So, till then, stay safe. Goodbye.